Hey y'all, Dr.Trehunna. So I'm actually over here shopping for my mom. Okay, my mom is actually about to start my very own program for the first time ever. So I'm making her a little care package, okay? But while I was doing some shopping around, I was like, you know what? Y'all can actually benefit from the little things I'm picking up for her, okay? So today we're gonna do a little shopping with Trey, all right? And I'm gonna show you what I look at when I'm picking up items. That way you can make smarter decisions when you're in a grocery store, especially if you're trying to lose fat. That is the objective, to keep ourselves metabolically healthy, all right? Now, just so you have an idea, I got a couple things in here, right? As you can see, I got all the things that I would usually pick up in my household, right? But then I got some things that we could compare ourselves or compare which one is better, why I decided to go ahead and pick up this item versus the other, all right? Now, first things first, the best thing or the best aisle that you can ultimately get all your snacks from, okay? Believe it or not, they hide it for a reason, okay? It's actually gonna be the pharmaceutical aisle. Now in this aisle, they're gonna have all the snacks that's basically gonna meet the requirements on average on my program. Like for instance, one of the things that keeps me to, abide by my diet is these, oh man, I don't even see them anymore. But it's these M&Ms, right? It's these fake M&Ms that I like, okay? They also got some, some chips if you're somebody who's a chip fan. If you are somebody that actually likes some candy, little bars like that, this, believe it or not, tastes exactly like a Snickers bar. These are the things that you will want, right? Quest. All my clients already know about Quest. They got the best type of chips. If you're somebody that likes some chips, right? If you like Doritos, you're good. And they got the cookies, all right? Somebody that like the cookies, I used to be an ex-fat boy, so I can tell you, all right? So what you want to do is actually put the cookie in the microwave and literally heat it up for 10 seconds. That's gonna be the best cookie that you could ever get, okay? But once again, all of these things is majority of the time gonna be hosted in the weight management section or the pharmaceutical section. So the place where you see all of the, the vitamins, all that stuff that you never go in, all right? That's where all the greatest snacks you can have. But guess what? It's just gonna cost a little bit more because it's a better quality snack than them Snickers, all right? That's always in aisle 6, all right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all some of the things that I picked up and why I picked it up, all right? So, I got some bread, okay? My mom is a breadhead. She loves some bread, all right? But this bread is totally different from the other breads. Why? Let's go ahead and look at the label. One thing that I preach to my client, if it has more than 5 grams of carbs and sugar per serving, you can have it. All right. Now, this slice of bread is only 40 calories, 0.5 grams of fat, 13 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fiber. Okay. So in order for you to find out net carbs, it is literally carbs minus fiber. All right. So what is 13 minus 7? It is 6. Okay. So at the end of the day, I say if it has more than 5 grams of carbs, sugar per serving, you don't want it. Okay. But ultimately, this is kind of close. Okay. So if you're going to have bread, regardless, those days you shouldn't expect the scale to drop as much because at the end of the day, bread is still bread. They use the semantics to tell you why this bread is better than the other. But when you do decide to have this, you're going to ultimately keep your body more in a fat burning state than if you decide to get the regular bread. Okay, once again, this is 647. This is the brand that you want to pick up. All right. So I also got some hamburger buns. Why? Because my family actually likes to eat a lot of burgers. That's why I used to eat a lot of burgers. All right. So once again, same concept. If it has less than 5 grams of carbs, sugar per serving, you don't want it. This actually got approximately about 20 or 14. So this is higher. So because I'm eating this bread compared to a day I decided to eat this bread, I should expect the scale to drop more eating this bread than this bread. Why? Because carbs tell your body to store, right? And because you're telling your body more of a stimulus to store the energy, it's going to do exactly what you tell it to do. Does that make sense? So I should have less of this bread than that bread if I'm trying to lose weight. But ironically, I picked up this bread so y'all can go ahead and see the comparison, right? So this bread got 3 grams of fat. This bread got 19 grams of carbs and 15 grams of sugar. So what's 19 minus 15? 4 grams of carbs. So this bread has less carbs in it than anything else. But this bread also got 5 grams of protein. 5 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fat. This is a protein-based bread. So if I eat this bread, I should expect the scale to drop more than the days I have this bread. Does that make sense? Once again, on my program, context is key. I never want y'all to be afraid of carbs. I want y'all to understand carbs, okay? If you're somebody that's trying to see the scale drop, the less carbs you have in your body, the more times your body can tap into its own body fat. The more carbs you give to your body, the more you're telling your body to actually grow. So your body's gonna grow, whether it's gonna be growing from fat or growing from muscle. So what I got is, once again, I got some cookies, but as you can see, this is not your regular Toll House cookies. You get this in the pharmaceutical section, right? And as you can see, this cookie, if you actually do the math, 19 minus 9 from the carbs minus fiber is what? 10. And it's 15 grams of protein. This is a protein-based product, and it is a cookie. But it got a totally different macronutrient profile than your Nestle Toll House cookies. All right? But I think y'all get the point. I also got some apple cider vinegar. Once again, this is one of the greatest things you can drink for the human body, for your human health, okay? It suppresses your appetite. It also lowers your postprandial glucose, which means your body can start tapping to its body fat faster if you do decide to drink this right after a cheat meal or a meal where you had a good amount of carbs, okay? You're just having a little bit more fun. This is one of the best things you can do after a cheat meal or first thing in the morning because it's going to suppress your appetite, it's going to lower your insulin, and believe it or not, it actually helps lower your blood pressure, okay? So if you got high blood pressure, this is going to be your best friend. All right. Now, I also tell my clients to read the label. Why? So everybody already knows that cheese is a what? Cheese is an animal-based product. Cheese is made from milk, right? And milk comes from what? Cows, right? So some people assume on my program, oh, well, I can have cheese, right? And they're 100% true. But I still want you to get accustomed to reading every single label. Why? Because you're going to find out some cheeses are better than the other. What do I mean by that? So if we turn to the back of this, right? This cheese got 9 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs, 6 grams of protein. So once again, on my program, if it has less than 5 grams of carbs and sugar per serving, you can have it. So can you have this cheese? Yes. But one thing you got to keep in mind, is this a protein-based product? No. Why? It got 6 grams of protein. This is a fat-based product because it got 9 grams of carbs. Is that bad for you? Not at all, right? But is there better options of this exact same cheese? Yes. Why did I say that? So now I picked up cheese fat-free. Now, once again, the only thing that you want to pay attention to that is fat-free is dairy or cheese. Why? Because majority of dairy comes with protein and fat, right? But you never want to pick up any other item such as that is man-made, for instance, that is fat-free. Because if it's fat-free, 9 times out of 10, it's loaded with carbs. But at the end of the day, if you're reading the label, that shouldn't happen to you. So let's go ahead and look at this cheese. This cheese got 0 grams of fat because it's fat-free, 2 grams of carbs, the exact same amount of carbs as the cheese I just showed y'all, 9 grams of protein. So this cheese got 9 grams of protein, which is 3 grams more protein than this cheese, right? And it got 0 grams of fat. So you're literally having a protein-based product versus you having a fat-based product. But you won't be able to make that distinction if what? You're not reading the label. So read every single label. And by the way, this is the little M&Ms I was talking about, y'all. This is going to save your life. This is the best thing I ever came across, right? And it tastes amazing, all right? As you can see, I got a lot of little keto snacks. Once again, my program is not a keto-based program, but ironically, all the lower carb options, they put keto on it because they know people see keto, they magically just think healthy, all right? So these will be your best friends, okay? If it's Atkins, some Slim Fast products, but you still want to be able to read the label so you can know that you can have it, okay, guilt-free. All right. Now, one of my guilty pleasures is popcorn. If you take me to a movie theater, no matter what, I'm going to get some popcorn, right? But I want y'all to read the label so you can understand which popcorn is better than the other, right? So, Orville Redenbacher, they got 2 different types. They got Smart Pop, they got this one, right? Let's go ahead and look at the label. Once again, I don't care about the price. I want y'all to care about what you're actually putting inside your body. So let's look at per serving. Per serving, it says 11 grams of fat, 17 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, okay? 2 grams of protein. So is this bad? Not at all, okay? But could there ultimately be better? Maybe. Let's go ahead and check it out. So this one says 2 grams of fat, 26 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 4 grams of protein, right? Per serving, the same amount of serving, right? So this one got less fat, and my clients already know if it has more carbs and fat in it than anything else, you really don't want it. Okay, so carbs and fat is what gets you fat, okay? Not fat by itself, not carbs by itself, but carbs and fat. 2 grams of fat, 26 grams of carbs. This Smart Pop is gonna be a better choice than your regular one. But guess what? The Smart Pop costs $1 more than this one. All right, so guess what's going back to the shelf? This one, because I can pay $1 more. If I can get a $12 shot, then I can get some better popcorn. Simple, all right? My mom likes creamer, so I got the better type of creamer, okay, as you can see. Once again, if you got less than 5 grams of carbs, sugar per serving, you can have it. Here you go. You found some creamer. All right. And once again, even when it comes to little things such as spices. So I always tell my clients that, look, you don't really have to care too much to read the label on the seasonings. All seasonings are fine. But here's a pro tip. So if you're somebody that really trying to see the scale drop, right, and you're somebody that like to season their foods, always look at the ingredients. Why? This is seasoning. The very first ingredient is what? Sugar, brown sugar, right? So if the very first ingredient is brown sugar, right, that means this is basically a sugar-based product, right? And they usually go off teaspoons, right? For instance, like this, right? You notice how this one actually got a label, but it says 0 grams, carbs, 0 protein, right? But if you actually look at the ingredient list, where y'all see sugar at? Don't see sugar anywhere, okay? So this one is gonna be better, right, than this one. But you won't be able to make that distinction if you're not really paying attention to the label, okay? So even though seasonings are found on my program, you don't really have to pay too much attention. Just make sure not the top 3 ingredients is sugar. Why? Because if that's one of the top 3 ingredients, that means this is basically just sugar in a bottle. It's literally that simple, all right? So you really want to avoid little things like this. This could be a reason why the scale's not dropping in your favor as well, all right? So the worst part of all your meals will always be your sauces and oil. So of course, all my sauces have less than 5 grams of carbs and sugar per serving. And look, sweet and chili sauce, got some mango habanero sauce. My mom loves sauce. She loves salads, right? So I gotta basically make sure that she got all the sauce that she possibly may want, right? Honey barbecue. She loves what? The Italian dressing. So she got Italian dressing. You see, fat-free, sugar-free. So once again, do not just look for fat-free, ladies. You want to read the label. If it got less than 5 grams of carbs and sugar per serving, you can have it. This got 5. You can have it. Simple. Okay? Teriyaki sauce. So everything that you could literally think about, you can have on this program. You just got to get a better version of it. My mom loves coffee. So she's somebody that gets 8 packets of sugar and put in her coffee. So guess what? She's going to switch over to stevia. I'm not letting her rock. Simple. All right? But last but not least, once again, just to show y'all that don't listen to the label, right? Because what these companies do is they are marketing geniuses. They're a reason why they're $1 billion corporations, okay? So let's look at this. Oikos 000. Blended Greek yogurt. So people already have a connotation with Greek yogurt as what? These things are healthy, right? And they are, right? So if you look at it, you see 15 grams of protein, 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, 0% fat. You're thinking in your head, what? Oh, this has 0 sugar in it, right? Because they're saying Oikos 000. So this is just a protein-based product, right? Now let's go ahead and look, ladies. This has 100 calories, 0 grams of fat like they promised, 10 grams of carbs, right? 5 grams of sugar, right? So is this the worst thing in the world? No, but once again, I thought you said 0 sugar. No, it got 5 grams of sugar, right? They talking about 0 added sugar. You see that right there? So they're already playing with the label or playing with the marketing, but they know the average person's not going to read that much. You're just going to say, take their word for it and say, okay, cool. This has got 0 sugar. I'm just going to pick this up, right? Compared to something like this, right? And hold up, let me see something real quick. So 15 grams of protein, right? 0 grams of fat, about 7 grams of carbs, right? But 5 grams of sugar. Now, if you look at this right here, right? This is called Too Good. I literally tell my clients to pick this up every single time, right? Too Good yogurt got 80 calories. It got 2 grams of fat. It got 3 grams of carbs, right? 2 grams of sugar. So which one's already better? This one. Why? Because it got less sugar in it. This also got 3 grams of carbs, which is what? 4 grams less than the other one, right? It got almost the same equivalent amount of protein, right? So which one's a better one to see the scale drop? This one, okay? But is this one bad? Not at all. There's just a better option. And guess what? This one costs 50 cents more. Wonder why? All right. You can see when it comes to weight loss, all it really is, the difference between my clients versus somebody like you who's probably watching my page and trying to figure out, okay, what is the science behind why this program works, is our clients or my clients, I make them more aware of their decisions, right? So if you're playing basketball, right, if you understand the game better, right, you're going to be able to get more assists, you're gonna get more points because you understand the game better. Because I'm making my clients more aware of food, right, they're more cognizant of what they're consuming, and because they're more cognizant, you know what's happening? They're making better choices. When it comes to food, the average person, you're just picking up something and the only thing you think about is what's gonna taste good at the time. You're not putting no thought in, is this actually good for me or not? That's what I do to my clients, right? So I make you pick up the exact same things that you want. I just need you to read the label. That way you're getting the better version of what you want. And you're giving your body a stimulus to do what you want to do on the scale, which is most of the times, 9 times out of 10, to drop. It's that simple, okay? I like ranch, so you get ranch. But my ranch, which is basically 0 calories, is totally different from your ranch, which is 120 calories. Okay? So because I'm giving my body less calories, basically overall, I'm seeing the scale drop. And I'm eating the exact same thing you have. Okay? So once again, if you're more aware about what you're doing, right? For instance, if you're more aware of driving, you're going to get less accidents. Why are accidents going up and is at an all-time high? Because more people's not aware of their surroundings. You are texting and driving. Awareness. Everything stems from awareness, all right? So I just make my clients more aware about their food decisions. I teach them and educate them about nutrition. That way they can make sound decisions and they're actually thinking about what they're eating that day versus saying, you know what? I'm craving motherfucking chocolate chip cookies. I'm gonna get my chocolate chip cookies from Insomnia Cookies, right? So even though Insomnia Cookies might taste better than this, I'm still getting my same cookie and I'm still getting my fix. All right. And I'm seeing the scale drop. You're seeing the scale go up. And we're eating the exact same thing. All right. Hopefully y'all learned something today. Okay. Once again, just trying to give you some insight for my mom. She's making a care package for her. That's your reset tip of the day that's going to help you stay snatched all the time, not only sometime. If you have any questions, just hit me up. You know where I'm at. All right. But other than that, talk to y'all soon.